It was a notorious time for the Oakland Police Department. Officers in the early 2000s accused of racial discrimination, beatings, kidnappings, planting evidence. Victims filed a lawsuit.
It was rotten to the core in many areas, largely because officers were not held accountable, and that the leadership turned a blind eye to a lot of these things.
As part of an eventual $10 million settlement, the department was placed under federal oversight, mandating more than 50 reforms, including officer discipline, training, field supervision, incident reporting, and more.
Do you feel today like if you saw something happening that shouldn't be happening, that you would be able to speak up?
Absolutely.
Officers like Mia Cooper, new to the force, are now trained that silence is not an option.
Stand up and say something, you know?
After nearly 20 years of federal supervision, a judge now says that oversight will end next year if the department can stay the course.
Are you confident that Oakland Police today, this reform department, has the trust of the community that you're sworn to protect?
I think it is a work in progress, but I think we're taking steps every day to build trust.
Chief Armstrong, who took over the department last year, points to new officers trained with a new mindset.
My name is Brian Wood. I'm originally from Sacramento, California.
Brian Wood has been on the force for 2 years. He and Mia Cooper are part of a newer generation of OPD officers who have only known the city's current model of progressive policing.
Now it's in our DNA. It's not just, hey, go out there and arrest bad people. It's let's go out and actually serve the community who has empowered us to do that thing. It's not, what policing was 20, 30 years ago.
Before it was just, we're a police officer, we're just gonna go look for this, go look for that, stop people, pull people. Now it's like, no, let's connect with the community.
OPD tells us it carefully screens new recruits.
We need officers that embrace constant training, constant growth, servant spirit, have a heart for the people. If you don't have a servant spirit, wrong profession. Wrong profession.
The results have won over some critics, including John Burris, who filed the original lawsuit against the department.
We don't have the beatings that we used to have. We don't have the shootings that we used to have. One of the big questions is, can we maintain the efficiency that we have? And I'm hopeful that it will.
But not everyone is.
I think the people of Oakland should get to say whether or not the police department is ready to come off of federal oversight.
Kat Brooks, a community activist, says many residents are skeptical that any reforms will stick.
Police departments do not want to change. They do not like being told what to do. It was supposed to be a 5-year process, and it took 20 years for you to stop beating, racially profiling, mistreating.
I'm sorry that it took so long. And I'm sorry that there was resistance.
Chief Armstrong understands the frustration, but says what matters now is the present.
Maybe it took 20 years to get us to this point, but I think we all should be proud of the fact that we are here.
Now, Jake, although a judge has signaled an approaching end of federal oversight of the Oakland Police Department, there is an important stipulation. The order just signed by the judge will require the department to undergo a 1-year sustainability period, during which time monitoring will continue until next June to ensure that the numerous reforms instituted by this department will long endure. Jake?
All right, Josh Campbell, thanks so much for that report. Appreciate it.